Eto na. Eto na talaga. Tecno Camon 30 Premier 5G!
Gusto ko na try yan.
The Tecno Camon 30 series is here. Wait, bakit dalawa lang? Kasi parati pa yung iba. Meron actually apat na Tecno Camon 30. May Camon 30 4G, Pro 5G, at syempre, pinakamaganda, pinakabigatin, Premier. At ito na talaga yung kinakabahan na yung mga executive nila. Realme, even si Samsung.
Hindi, wow.
Nafe-feel ko na yung basa ng mga pants nila. Half lang ng pants. Pero ito bro, hindi siya half. Pulidong-pulido yung kanyang specs. Ito na, Dimensity 8200 Ultimate is here. With an almost 1 million points sa Antutu benchmark. Matindi ang kanyang charging, 70 watts, 5,000 mAh of battery pa siya. And first time kay Transsion, 1.5K LTPO. Variable refresh rate, AMOLED display. But what makes this stand above the rest is, ito na ba ang tatalo sa mga camera ng BBK? So far, wala pang competition si Oppo, Vivo, and Realme in terms of camera. That is until the Canon has arrived. Now this thing has not one, not two, but four 50 megapixel quad cameras at the back. Meron na po siyang periscope telephoto lens, may ultra wide, at may macro pa siyang matindi. And this thing is being powered by a very powerful Sony IMX890 that is a flagship sensor, my friends. Well, syempre hardware lang kasi yung mga sensor na yan. Madali lang po siya makuha. Supplier lang. Kala ko na 890 Sony IMX. But what makes a camera stand above the rest is its image processing, which is meron siyang sarili niya, guys, no? Para kay Huawei Xmage Imaging, para kay Oppo Mari Silicon. And yes, guys, this has its own AI processor as well, the Polar Ace image processor. That is right, it has dual chip. Meron po siyang processor para sa Dimensity 8200 Ultimate Performance naman yun. At the same time, meron siyang katabi na isa pang chip dito sa kanyang circuit that is dedicated lang sa kanyang camera. Ito po ay gawa ni Sony. It's a Sony imaging chip that will boost the camera quality of the pictures being shot on this phone. Actually, syempre, hindi pa ako sure. We will find out sa ating unboxing and review. But si Vince and you're watching Unbox Diaries. Woohoo! At tumabol si PR Box. That's right. Ano kaya nasa loob nito? Oh, by the way, PR Box to So, pang-unboxer lang po ito yung mga ganito. Hindi nyo, pag bumili kayo ng Camon 30, hindi po ito yung makuha nyo. Camon 30 series, Vlog Like a Pro. Pang-vlogging palang gusto nila dito. Tecno DJI Osmo Mobile SE. Magiging Rosmar ka na ba? Magiging Diwata Paras ka na ba? After mong bumili nito. Or baka gusto mong maging Rendon. Ito po, Camon 30 Premier 5G. And here is the DJI Osmo Mobile SE. At yun lang ang laman ng box. Whoa! The perfect companion for your Camon 30 Premier. Get more stabilized video. Gaya po nito.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
This video is kung apat to, ano pinakaiba nung ba? Yung unang Camon 30 4G, guys, naka Helio G99 lang. Yung 5G naman niya, naka Dimensity 7020 5G processor. Mas malupit ng konti yung specs nito. Tapos sa gitna, guys, meron pang Pro version na naka Dimensity 8200 Ultimate din katulad ni Premiere. Pero yung Premiere lang may pinakamagandang camera na may dedicated chip na yung kumakalaban talaga sa mga big time na camera companies. Pero ang tanong, is it actually worth it for the price? Ito na po, amongst all the Camon 30 series boxes, ito po yung pinakamalaki, pinakamataba, pinaka-dox. Dox din ang kanyang storage, 512GB na starting. May 24GB Dox RAM. Ba't di kasama sa marketing yun? May ganun. 60 times hybrid zoom. Sony IMX890. Steady night portrait. Dolby Atmos. May NFC pa. Ito yung favorite ko kay Transsion. Lahat ng specs sa likod lang ng box. As a reviewer, sobrang helpful nun. Take note, Realme. Hindi ko nakapunta sa GSM. Kung ako sa inyo, pumunta lang sa unboxdiaries.com right now. Shout out sa aking website. Ayan po yung specs. And, ito na po. Ay, ganda. Nalingan sa box, guys. Meron pang mga embossed. And inside, we're getting so much. By the way, ibang video na to, okay? My warranty card, 12 plus 1 months warranty. May tempered glass na kasama. Pang-install ng tempered glass. And what is this? Ginalingan sa casing. This is plastic. Pero sa side, guys, rubber. Yung texture lang. It's a hard plastic, guys. Hard plastic po yung kanyang casing. SIM ejector pin. Sa ilalim may cable. And of course, the 70-watt huge charger included in the box. Ito na yung phone. Sheesh! What does that remind you of? Ito po yung nakita ko sa MWC, which is display na po si Camon 30 series doon. And napansin ko guys, kamukhang kamukha, lalo-lalo sa Camon 30 Premier, kamukhang kamukha niya si Leica camera. The first impressions, ang buong pagkatao niya ay camera. The whole design aspect is centered around being a camera. Dito pa lang sa camera dial niya, alam mo na, camera phone talaga siya. Madalas na mga top po sa DxO Mark ay may ganitong klaseng dial na camera. And this is leather back. Very premium yung kanyang design. And the build quality guys, it feels like a flagship device talaga. Well actually guys, kung titignan mo siya sa side, from the display, wag mo na papatid yung likod na. What does that look like? Mukha mo siya iPhone guys. Yeah. Pero pag tinalikod mo na, that's the Camon 30 Premier.
Okay.
Pero hindi siya full leather sa likod. Meron siyang part dito na metal din, no? This is the same material as the sides. Yes, metal din siya. Tsaka metal talaga yung feels. Matigas. Tapos hindi completely flat yung kanyang likod. Look at this, meron siyang parang umbok sa bandang upper part ng phone. When you look at the sides, ayan no, may parang pa-slope. Not sure if it's a design thing or a component thing, no? Kulang ba sa space yung kanyang components kaya may umbok na ganito? Pero feeling ko design decision to. Para magmukha siyang camera, di ba? Ito ba yung tsura ng isang camera? Ayan, may parang grip daw siya dito para kung narin yung grip mo. Ayan. Kaya lang guys, syempre dito yung lens. Dapat nilagay dito para ito yung grip. Pero guys, nilagay dito. So, ayun. Yun lang naman. Tapos meron pa siyang red dot dito. Very similar sa design ng logo ni Leica. Ito Leica camera. Ay yung logo niya. May red dyan. Pero guys, hindi po to yun. Parang kamukha lang talaga. Pero ito po ay LED notification light. Ginagamit siya for notifications kapag may mga messages na bago. Kapag nag-charge ka, nagbe-blink yan. And of course, ito yung pinaka-useful niyang feature. Kapag nagre-record ka, iilaw din siya. Just like a real camera. Wow! Meron palang ganun. Siguro kung solo ka na creator, very useful yan para malaman mo na nagre-record na siya. Phew! Okay lang yan guys. Naka-Corning Gorilla Glass 5 naman siya. And it has this flash at the back na sobrang lakas. Kaya pala ganito. Sa mga Digicam, ganito yung itsura ng mga LED flash nila. So, they really designed the back to really look like a digital camera. Pero ito tignan mo yung side niya, no? May antenna bands, signifying that it's a metallic body. Pero yun talaga, kapag hindi ka tumitingin sa likod, bro, this looks like an iPhone na naka-punch hole. It's got two speakers, one at the top and one at the bottom. Dolby Atmos na po yan. Meron siyang malaking infrared sensor sa taas. May microphone and sa ilalim naman USB Type-C port, isa pang microphone na pinagkasya dun sa kanyang antenna band. And of course, the SIM tray na dual nano SIM card lang, walang micro SD card slot. Pero guys, 512 gigabytes na siya of storage. Pero yun, alam kong gusto niyo makita to. Uy! Wow! Now that is a complete transformation. Now the only cons here is, yun nga, pag nag-games ka sa ganito, laging tatamaan yung lens and look at that. Medyo smudgy na yung lens ko ngayon. So meaning, lagi mo dapat siyang lilinisin yung lens. But I like the golden ring, no? Nakasocial talaga siya. It kind of looks like a very retro camera. Fujifilm? Parang Fujifilm ba? Ay, hindi. Kamukha si Leica pa rin. It looks like a Leica phone. Ay, camera. Kung kanina nakahubad siya na may gray part pa, ito naman completely black. Merong completely black din na color or variant yung mga Leica cameras. Ayun. So, pero bro, after watching this, you might not even need an entry-level camera DSLR. Ganun na kaganda yung kanya camera. Kaya po nalulugi na po yung mga ibang entry-level camera companies, no? Hindi na pa sila nagre-release ng mga murang DSLR camera. Puro mahal na po yung kanilang. So, wala na pong bumibili nun. Ang bulky. Mas maganda pa yung Instagram nito. Tsaka uso na yung TikTok ngayon. Gusto ba mag-TikTok sa ganung kalaking camera? May grip tapos ang laki-laki. Dati guys, ganito yung mga vloggers. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Kailangan may muscles ka. Eh, hindi mo na kaya ng muscles guys. Bili ka na ng smartphone.
Okay.
Now going to the display is just so impressive. This thing is a 6.77-inch LTPO AMOLED display. Variable refresh rate, 120 Hz display na AMOLED. Now all I can say is, visuals are just top-notch when viewing videos and photos on this phone. Talagang very vibrant, mataas ang brightness, contrast is very good, blacks are just very deep, whites are pure. Overall, it's a very impressive display. Just not the best in the business. Pero yung bezels talaga, grabe guys, kapag naroon ka ng content, kala mo lutang na lutang ang content. Sobrang sagad talaga nung display niya. Pero wala siyang HDR10 and Dolby Vision dito sa Netflix. Ayan o. Widevine L1 naman siya pero wala sa baba. Pero guys, sa YouTube, meron po siyang HDR capabilities. Ayan po, naka-turn on naman siya. Up to 4K 60 frames per second available. Na usually, dinedemo ko na agad yung camera kapag camera phone. Pero kasi sa tindi na kanyang processor, it is worth it to check out the performance immediately. First off, the Antutu benchmark is 963,000 points sa Antutu benchmark almost 1 million points. Ito po ay naka-Dimensity 8200 Ultimate. Now for the power it has, ito po yung itsura niya sa Mobile Legends. Nakakagulat po yung kanyang performance in this game. Una ko napansin is, guys, high resolution yung game. Madalas sa mga mid-range, low resolution. Ito po naka-ultra graphics, ultra refresh rate na agad. Plus high resolution pa. With the performance mode, always 120 FPS po yung kanyang na-achieve na frames. Very smooth yung gameplay, especially kapag nagpapan ka ng camera, doon mo talaga makikita yung kanyang smoothness. Pins, ano ba yung kanyang touch sampling rate? Important sa akin yun eh. Mabilis yung fingers ko. Ito na. 360Hz touch sampling rate po siya. We have tested it. Umaabot pa nga ng 375 eh. With this touch sampling rate, guys, sobrang sarap maglaro ng Call of Duty dito. Well, tinan mo na yung optimization. Kung optimized siya for Mobile Legends, and with that touch sampling rate, guys, sobrang sarap po mag Call of Duty dito kasi nga, not only is it smooth when you touch it, but also yung gyroscope sobrang calibrated niya. And also yung touch naman guys, kapag ka multiple fingers, ang smooth po na sliding, even when you're pressing many buttons at the same time. Kaya lang tanong, ano bang FPS to? Meron akong good news at meron akong bad news. Ang good news is meron na siyang ultra frame rates dito sa kanyang setting, and kaya niya up to medium graphics with the ultra frame rates. Kaya lang guys, wala siyang 120 FPS dito na setting sa ilalim. Kaya lumalabas guys, 90 FPS lang po ang kaya niya. Yes, we have tested it out. 90 FPS lang po dito sa gilid. Meron siyang indicator dito na panel. Siguro if i-optimize to ni Call of Duty, baka kayanin niya yung 120 FPS in the future. Grabe, hindi tayo binigo ni Tecno dito. Sobrang optimized niya sa ML, Call of Duty. Now this phone is just so impressive that even sa Genshin Impact, sobrang optimized niya. The optimization has gone even further through the use of the game panel at the side. Tignan mo to guys habang naglalaro kami dito, una ko napansin, high resolution agad yung game. The graphics by default is high definition. Hindi katulad ng mga ibang mid-range phone na medyo low graphics, talagang alam mo soft tingnan yung mga characters and the enemies and the effects. Ito guys, sharp na sharp. Even the textures, alam mo na sobrang high definition. But napansin naman if you swipe the panel, marireveal ko ng tunay na FPS. 30 FPS lang guys at equilibrium. Ito po yung equilibrium mode. Kahit naka 60 FPS siya sa settings dito, hindi po siya nagsi-60. Actually, 30 FPS yung limit niya. May limiter po yung equilibrium mode. Meaning may connection yung equilibrium na setting dito sa Genshin Impact. Kasi nga guys, kapag nag-power mode kami, ito yung mangyayari. Biglang ma-unlock yung 60 FPS na performance. And umaabot po siya lagi ng 60 FPS. Sa sobrang tindi ng kanyang processor, ang pinakamababa niyang frames per second ay 58 lang. This is at the highest settings possible in this game. Madalas 60 frames per second po when you're playing Genshin Impact on this phone. So in terms of gaming, kung Poco X6 Pro ba or ito, mas malupit yung camera eh. Kailan Vince, wala siyang 120 FPS ako Call of Duty. Now right now, yung Call of Duty lang naman yung kanyang problema with the 120 FPS pero complete package na siya eh. Actually, wala sa specs yung kanyang touch sampling rate. Hindi minarket. Na-discover na lang namin. Kasi pag sinabi nila, sobrang dami na ng specs na nilagay dito. Hindi ko pa sinasabi. 50% pa lang ng total specs niya ang pinapakita ko sa inyo. The other 50 is the camera itself. And this has 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 450 megapixel cameras at the back. Yung main camera, Sony IMX890. May dedicated imaging chip from Sony himself. That's right, lalaki po si Sony. And even the selfie camera is 50 megapixel. In total, 250 megapixels combined lahat. Pero syempre specs lang yan. I want to show you the images we've got. Ang una namin napansin is, grabe, ang laki ng kanyang leap from the Tecno Camon 20. Oh my God. Every picture was just so consistent in terms of image quality. Napakaganda po tingnan ng mga photos coming from the Camon 30 Premier. Kaya lang napansin ko rin, yung kanyang color is not that accurate. Kaya kung professional talaga hanap mo, you might wanna look elsewhere. Pero kung vibrant color, pang Instagram, ito na yung one of the best available in the market. We even compared it with the Realme 12 Pro Plus 5G and the Oppo Reno 11 kasi yung kalaban niya talaga, magkakapresyo yan. Okay, so unang napansin is mas bright talaga si Camon 30 Premier. Pangalawa sa akin dito si Oppo Reno 11. Ito talaga medyo professional kanya yung tsura. Tapos third si Realme 12 Pro Plus 5G. Yes, si Oppo Reno 11 yung pinaka-professional in my eyes. Pero sometimes si Oppo Reno 11 ay medyo bumapalya in some parts, especially kapag hindi okay yung lighting. Pero si Camon 30 Premier, kahit saan mo siya ilagay. Always consistent yung image, good color reproduction, vibrant colors, and very, very good contrast. Another great feature on this phone that's not even available on the other competitors is yung kanyang automatic macro mode kapag ka nilalapit mo yung camera sa subject mo. Whoop! Nag-change siya sa kanyang macro mode. Just like the iPhone. At yung kanyang macro mode, guys, can go as close as 2.5 centimeters. Sobrang dikit na yung camera, but not advisable kasi nga yung ilaw matatakpan naman yung subject. And also, madali mas-smudge yung kanyang camera module. So, lagi nyo dapat to pupunasan bago kayo magreklamo sa chat namin. Now, with a much powerful processor, kaya niya po mag 4K 60 frames per second. Ito po yung kanyang itsura. Now, what you're seeing here is very similar sa kanyang image quality sa kanyang photo mode. Siyempre, gumagalaw lang dito. And less sharp, syempre, since video siya. But you have the option of 4K 60 frames per second. Kaya lang guys, wala po siyang EIS sa 4K 60. Ang pinakamababa niya na pwedeng mag-EIS or ultra steady on ay 4K 30 frames per second. Pwede rin to sa 1080p 60 fps at 1080p 30 fps. Wala lang sa 4K 60 fps. Pero Vince, hindi mo sinabi yung kanyang zooming capabilities. Ito na, 60 times hybrid zoom. I highly do not recommend you do the 60 times zoom kasi nga halos lahat na lang max zoom na ganito ay hindi masyado maganda yung output. Pero meron siyang AI enhancement feature after you take the photo, ina-upscale po niya yung medyo soft na image. Kaya napansin namin kapag ka 30x zoom, 15x zoom, sobrang useful niya. Also, sobrang stabilized din niya when zooming at 15x at 30x. Also, meron siyang AI eye tracking autofocus. Nag-i-snap po siya sa mukha at sa eyes kapag ka nakita niyo yung subject, which is a very useful feature when taking photos of zoomed objects. Tinutulungan kanya guys na maging stabilized ang inyong shot. Now, the portrait mode has 2x and 3x. Marami din siyang mga filters dito. Okay naman din siya kanyang background blur. I've seen better background blur, but meron din siyang 0.6x. Ito pa yung itsura nun. Great for wide shots. But guys, yung kanyang 1x pala ay meron siyang tatlong filters, professional filters. Meron siyang standard, may bright, at meron siyang common professional filter. Yung bright, ginagawa niyang vibrant, saturated. Yung common naman, parang flat profile siya, pang professional. Not very flashy, but very useful kapag ka professional work. More room for post-editing. Now, the selfie cameras are pretty. Very good skin tone. Okay yung beautification, DOA. Tama yung contrast. And the color is just spot on. Ultimo yung kanyang selfie ay merong camera sticker na nagsasabi na confident siya with its camera. Also, totally revamped na po yung kanyang more dito sa kanyang camera app. Hindi na po siya parang thumbnail na list. Hindi na po siya grid. Pa-list na po siya dito. Which is ngayon meron na siyang kasamang description para mas maintindihan nyo yung ginagawa ng particular na feature dito. May nanalo na at may natalo na rin. Pero mas panalo yung kanyang presyo. The Camon 30 Premier 5G is only 23,999 pesos! 12,512 na siya. Pero kung ayaw mo ng Premier, hindi mo siya kayang bilhin right now. Meron pa siyang tatlo dito na available. Camon 30 5G 8256 11,999. Meron pa siyang 512 version 13,999 pesos. Tapos yung Camon 30 Pro 5G naman na same processor as the Premier, exclusive sa TikTok, 19,999 pesos only. 12,512 na rin yan. Naka-sale pa to, mga 18K lang siguro to sa IKOK. Pero guys, kung may pera lang naman kayo, kung may pera ka lang talaga, go get the Premier. No. Na in terms of camera, meron naman talaga mga pros and cons dito. Meron mga strengths si Realme at si Oppo na wala si Camon 30 Premier. Pero kasi in terms of performance din kasi for the price, malayo na guys. And in terms of optimization din sa gaming, malayo masyado. Dahil dyan, nagmukhang overpriced pa nga si Xiaomi. Seryoso, wala pang boot loop. Pero guys, let me know in the comments below if you wanna see a review for the Camon 30 Pro 5G. Kasi nga, baka you don't have the budget for this. Sabihin nyo lang ako sa comments and mag-subscribe na kayo. Hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of my great content and you're watching Unbox Diaries. Woohoo!